Hello everybody, my name is Aud and welcome back to the Aud Narrations channel, a place that reads and discusses the best stories from Reddit. Today we're reading a couple stories, and the first one being titled, Wife Cheated with Her Ex. As always, if you appreciate these videos, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the latest upload. Alrighty, let's make a start. The post reads, Found out my wife has cheated with her ex multiple times through our 4-year relationship, and even a week ago. He was always around in the background, the same friend group, and just seen it as them being on good terms after breaking up. I never suspected anything as they barely spoke. I have full access to my wife's phone whenever. Come to find out, any possible chance they end up alone somehow, something always happened. Obviously, I'm divorcing her, and I also don't know the full extent of what they did or how and when they did it. What I want to know is, why she cheated with her ex? She left him because he was trashy and basically a loser, in her words. I provided and cared for her to give her a happy life that she wanted. Dates, vacations, gifts, whatever else things she mentioned her ex never did, including getting married. Why did she cheat on me with him? It's rough, that. But to be fair, I don't even know what to really say. It sounds like because the ex never really got cut out of her life, that he and she took advantage of that situation to sort of get away with, I'm going to frame it as mischief here, but that'll be how she would like to frame it, I imagine. Harmless fun. In a way, this is a very cynical view of it. In a way, you gave her the stuff that she was complaining about and left her ex for, but she probably got some stuff from her ex that she liked and I guess wanted to continue receiving those. It's tricky, but I completely understand the feelings. Let's have a look at what the community says. Someone's left a comment saying, they always cheat down. To which someone replied saying, pretty much this. Not always. I see this particular method as making the cheater look even worse. Cheating down, to me, indicates they have no intention of losing their current partner. Nasty stuff. To which someone replied saying, my ex cheated down and left me for an abusive lover. That being said, in my opinion, every affair partner is a step down compared to the betrayed partner, because they clearly lack morals and integrity. Oh, 1000%, yeah. Someone else left a comment saying, you won't work out her broken morals, OP. Please dump her and move on to find a decent woman. Someone else left a comment saying, every woman has that one guy they just can't get over. I don't know if that's just women, but apparently if you're soon-to-be ex-wife, it's that ex. I've seen it countless times. Usually that one guy is a loser with zero prospects and just a train wreck of a human being. That's why the woman ends it and eventually commits to someone else. But once their relationship hits a low spot and that ex is around, they fall right back with them. You're right to divorce. She'll never change. Someone else left a comment saying, buddy, the reverse of love is not hate or resentment, it's indifference. If her thoughts go back to her ex, even if it was to belittle him or general ranting, this shows that she maintains an emotional attachment to him. Your relationship is basically just a variation of the friend zone guy who has to hear about her lamenting about her boyfriend. Harsh, but true, I would say. Right. What do you think OP should do? Let me know in the comments. Sorry to interrupt the video, but as it turns out, only about 5% of my viewers are actually subscribed. It would really help out the channel to grow if you would hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Alrighty, on to story 2. The story is titled, Do All Men Engage in Locker Room Talk with Their Friends? The post reads, my 33 female, fiancé, 36 male, have been together for 4 years. He was engaging in locker room talk with his friends, nude photos being sent and saying gross things about girls they all know, and girls he chats with in Messenger and hides from me. That's sus. Talking about missing their exes and a bunch of gross sexual things. Negative things about me. Do all guys... hang on. That's weird. If he's your fiancé, he should not be slagging you off in the changing room. No. Just no. Do all guys do this? How can you do that if you supposedly love the one you're with? I can't seem to get it out of my head. He's tearing me apart. He assures me that it was just talk and that he loves me, but I can't shake the feeling that he'd rather be with someone else and that he's hiding things from me, and talking to the girls he's attracted to. I'll never compare. I'm so depressed and lost. Men, do you engage in this kind of talk about women in general, and women you know? Anyone who's been through something similar, how did you move past it? Okay, as a guy, no, this is actually disgusting behaviour. It's absolutely vile. I would never talk about my partner like that. And to be honest, I'd be extremely pissed off if anyone was talking about my girlfriend like that. To me or to anyone else. Stay in your lane. But yeah, absolutely disgusting behaviour. Let's have a look at what the community says. Someone left a comment saying, locker room talk? Maybe. But what you're describing is far, far beyond what any man I know would consider to be locker room talk. Oh, actually, going back to that, sharing the nudes? No fucking way am I ever sending nude photos or receiving nude photos from a friend about, like, some random chick. I am okay. That's gross. Especially if it's your partner, your fiancé. No. Sorry, continuing. Exchanging nude photos of your partner without consent is actually a crime in many places, and is abuse regardless of the legality. Cheating on you, physically, emotionally, messaging girls, or whatever, is beyond the pale. The men I'm friends with respect each other's partners and would not be impressed or happy to hear their friend bragging about things like this. If he's friends with men who act like this in private, that's a massive red flag. The friends we choose to spend time with are a reflection of our own character, for better or worse. In this case, it's very much worse. If he's behaved this way multiple times in the past, you absolutely need to move on from him. Whether or not he actually ever follows through on cheating with you, this behaviour shows an absolutely crystal clear demonstration that he does not respect or love you the way a partner should. If he doesn't respect you, he's not going to respect your boundaries. Your life with him is going to keep getting worse and worse as time goes on. If a friend of mine talked that way to me about their partners, they would no longer be a friend of mine after that. The fact that he's not voluntarily cut them permanently from his life means that you should not trust this man. And if he only does it because you suggest it, that's way too little, way too late. It's already established that he does not respect you, so what prevents him from just lying to your face? Someone replied, saying, 100% this, assuming that meant to be 100. Like it or not, we're also judged by the company we keep. Someone else replied, saying, roll around in manure, expect to come out smelling like shit. To which someone replied, saying, 100%, it's a fact. OP replied to the original comment, saying, yeah, it's a trigger. He's chatting with these friends all of the time. I can't imagine putting someone I love through something like that. And if, by chance, I made a shitty mistake, those people would be gone to try and make things right. Someone replied to OP, saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Is a quote by Dr. Maya Angelou that definitely applies in this situation. Do you want to spend your life with someone like this and possibly raise a son who will learn this behavior is okay? Very valid point. Someone else left a comment saying, if my fiancé chatted with girls on Messenger and hid it from me, I'd leave him. If he's hiding those chats with other girls, who or what else will he hide from you? I'm getting player vibes about him. Never love a man more than he loves you. It never ends well. OP replied saying, never love a man more than he loves you. Knife to the gut. That's what I do, and more than I love myself. I think that's the actual issue there. Someone replied, saying, just don't do it, and also, no, not all men are like this at all. My dad isn't, my partner isn't, and some of the men I've worked with aren't like this. Don't accept this. Also, what did he actually say? OP replied, saying, I worry about saying the exact verbiage used. If you want a message about it, I can share some of it to get your perspective on the severity. I'd be happy to have that. He's on Reddit, and while I don't think he'll see this, I'm not sure he'd love me posting about it. Trying to keep things as anonymous as possible, but the things he said were very gross and degrading to women in general, his exes, and myself. Someone replied saying, maybe he should see it. That way he'll realize that this is really shitty behavior. I saw that you have kids. Ask him how he would feel if some guy was talking about his daughter like that. Since all guys do it, it's bound to happen, right? Someone else left a comment saying, decent men don't do that shit. Someone replied saying, I'm really glad to hear it's not an every guy thing. To which they replied saying, oh yeah, absolutely not. My boyfriend has class, isn't interested in being friends with guys who engage in this type of dialogue. He finds it cringe. Someone else left a comment saying, only teenagers and immature men. To which OP replied saying, it definitely feels like 16-year-old boy shit, trying to seem cool for their friends, not grown men with kids shit. Someone left another comment saying, I'm a guy. Yes, locker room talk exists. I've never encountered people going so far as sharing nude pics of girlfriends or anything. Yeah, that's fucking weird. But yeah, joking around, talking shit, being not politically correct. Yeah. To which someone replied saying, yeah, telling off-color jokes, sure. What she's describing here goes so far beyond any kind of locker room talk I've heard of. Maybe once in a while, like in middle school, we would have thought somebody was cool for acting like this. But even that is a stretch. Agreed. Right, tricky stuff. What do you think OP should do? What would you do in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. Righty-ho. Let's move on to story 2. The story is titled, Should I tell my boyfriend's nephew's girlfriend that he's cheating? I, female 24, have been living with my boyfriend, male 27, for a while now. We're not married, but we live together. A few months ago, his nephew, male 28, interesting family tree, moved in with us because my boyfriend helped him find a job in Manila. He's been staying with us since then. Recently, his nephew started bringing other girls over, even though he has a girlfriend. Oh, well, tell him immediately, he's 28, he needs to fucking grow up. He's doing it because he can get away with it. The first time I noticed, he was drinking with this girl and they ended up spending the night together. I don't know if that was the first time he did this, but it was the first time I witnessed it. The second time, he and a girl planned to come with us for a band gig, but at the last minute they stayed behind at our house instead, alone for hours. Then the third time, he brought over 2 girls, and after drinking they all ended up sleeping over as well. This doesn't sit right with me, not because of how it invades our space, but also because I hate the idea of his girlfriend being cheated on. I feel conflicted. Should I tell his girlfriend what's been happening? Part of me feels like she deserves to know, but I'm also worried about getting involved in a situation that could create a lot of drama and tension at home. Has anyone been in any similar situation, or have advice on what to do? I just don't want to regret whatever decision I make. Personally, I know you're living with your boyfriend, but that nephew needs to fuck right off. I would tell the, I would at least inform his girlfriend of the situation and what you've seen. And then it's up to her what she does. Maybe they're in an open relationship, who knows. But this is kind of weird behavior. It's also weird bringing people over to a space that's not yours. That seems wrong. That's wrong to me. Let's have a look at what the community thinks. Someone's left a comment saying, she definitely needs to know, and the nephew needs to stop doing that at where you live. But all that needs to come from your boyfriend. He has to tell his nephew's girlfriend. That's a fair way of getting around this. Well played. Someone else left a comment saying, absolutely tell her. What's up with your boyfriend not calling him out on this bullshit? Agreed as well. Someone else left a comment saying, the answer to this question, regardless of the situation, is yes, tell them. No one deserves this unless it's informing the cheater that their affair partner is also cheating. Then I'd rather get popcorn and watch the show. Someone else left a comment saying, talk to the nephew first, say you aren't comfortable with it, and explain your reasoning. I think this is a better way to go about it than totally blowing the relationship up. I get that he's staying at your place currently, but it sounds like you may have more problems by making this known unless you're close to his girlfriend. Nah, fuck that dude, man. Cheaters deserve shit. Right, what do you think OP should do? What would you do in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the latest upload. Alrighty, we'll have to finish there for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.